Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Goodness gracious, we are already at... Too fast. Thank you, Storm Over Kryn, for 7 months. Currently on a 2-month streak. Thank you. Livy, hi, y'all. How are you doing? The Cooked Cook, thank you very much for 3 months. Doing a lot better now. I'm glad to hear it. Anonymous, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Dead End Joker. Maha, thank you for subscribing. Finally, Christine, thank you for following. Goodness gracious, y'all are already popping off in the chat. Holy crap. Oh, thank you very much, Buffy. I don't know, this isn't going to be a last stream. I gotta go put my phone on the charger real quick. I'll be right back. So last stream was pretty, Anonymous, I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you, EP Wombat. Or thank you, Anonymous, again for gifting another tier 1 sub to EP Wombat. Thank you. A lot less stressed about my job. Good to hear it, Michelle Marty. Homelander, how am I today? I am... Tentatively, I'm great. I should be amazing. I've been working all day. I've been moving nonstop, and this is still working for me. Thank you very much, Zion's Valley. Love seeing the channel grow. Seems like yesterday the sub count was at like 26K. It has been a crazy year. A crazy year. But yeah, as a quick update, everybody, I know some people have been asking and might want to know in the chat. As a quick update, I put in a offer for the house that I've been looking at. I got a counter offer, and I've met their counter offer. So basically, all that's left to do now is to have them approve it, and it's kind of scary, but might be moving into a new house in the next like 2 months. Yeah, and it's like this next month is going to be really tight of on money, because I am paying off, like that is contingent upon me paying off the rest of my debt, which I'm doing as soon. I've talked about this before. I don't want to go into the whole thing, but it also has a lot to do with, I am low-key just slightly worried about the cat, because I've said before, but she has a appointment on the 19th, so in just a couple of days here, that hopefully will not be too bad of news, because somebody was like, oh, you know, it could cost 600 to like get her teeth extracted and stuff, and that, yeah, I will cross that bridge when I get to it. It's not a problem until it's a problem. Size Veteric, thank you for super chatting. $4.99. Dead Domain and Big Body Foreign collab. When I don't know Big Body Foreign. Actually, are they a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer? Oh, Pink Thing 1313. Please tell your partner that at the very least, I think they're so talented. Love their Chapel Roan art. I definitely will. I don't have my phone next to me, but otherwise I very much would. You know, Beck, that partner is so amazingly talented. I had briefly behind me, I had I think it might have made it into a video or a stream, but I took it down because I didn't realize it did have nudity. But they made a like custom, it was like a little sketch they made for my birthday, and it was basically in the style of a custom magic card. That one. Where did I put that thing? find that. I don't know where it went. Huh. Oh, you know what? I think actually it's in there. Either way, yes, I definitely will. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mercat, like a lot of other people, been here since the Hate Church video, and I can't believe how long it's been already. I can't believe, not just that, I can't believe how everything has progressed along with the Hate Church, honestly. Because for those who don't know, I don't think I'm getting any stream chats. Is anybody chatting in the stream? Okay, there we go. All right. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I was just, it was weird. There's it says 367 people, and usually somebody's talking. And I'm like, what is going on? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the Hate Church. So Steven Anderson. So for those who haven't kept up with, and I will just give a little bit of an update, because I know the videos, like the Hate Church was kind of like my thing for a hot minute when I started the channel, when I went undercover and talked about it. And that's understandable. That was a big thing for me and for my channel. But like, I never wanted to make that my sole focus, obviously. However, being kind of, not dragged back in, that's not the right term, but reinvested in the Hate Church through the Hate Churcher's son, the leader, Steven Anderson's son, Jonathan Anderson, reaching out to me. And now I have a third sibling who I am currently talking to. And I don't want to talk too much about it because the situation is fraught. Let me say that the situation is fraught. But in a just world, after another interview, there's a very real chance that the leader of the NIFB, the leader, he wouldn't call himself leader, the figurehead, Steven Anderson, will hopefully face real prosecution and jail time for the horrible abuse he's inflicted on his kids. Cremo the Dreamo, thank you for following. Sai, thank you again for $1.99. Foreign's YouTube commentary channel, he cool. I will have to check him out. Yeah, I am not. I've been getting actually a lot of really cool like leftist content creators recommended to me lately. I've talked about Queen Coke Francis, and my friends call me Pat, and the stage late night stage. There's a great little like leftist talk show that I've been meaning to shout out on the timeline. Verdant Eclipse, thank you very much for $10. Me when the coats go stray. Keep up the great work. I appreciate it. Homelander, when is the next time you're going to infiltrate a far-right group? You did the church and CPAC. What's next? I don't know, honestly. I've been, like, because, you know, I'm always thinking, like, okay, how do you go bigger and better? And it's like, I feel like, I think I talked about it in the CPAC video. It's like, okay, you have to do this, like, you cannot do the same thing, right? You have to do the James Cameron thing of, like, you can go bigger and better, but you don't want to just do the exact same thing as you were doing before. And so, like, I don't even really know. And it's not like those, the outside of the Hate Church, it's not like opportunities to go to these like big gatherings really present themselves on trees. I was actually thinking today, if I had the money, which I don't, because of like the house and everything, like I don't have the ability to do it, but I was thinking I would love to just pop on down, find a shitty motel. I'm sure there's one down there. Pop on down to Springfield, Ohio, and like straight up go around, like talking to people. Late stage, yes. Gyro PP, Euro PP. Sup gamers, Foreign is awesome. Great essays on racism. Ooh, I will have to check him out then. Are you in the finicky sphere also? No. I don't think so. I don't believe so. Well, Elena Connor, boots on the ground content is needed these days. I mean, like, I would love to do more boots on the ground content. I don't have a problem. It's like I really liked my Pride, interviewing the homophobes at Pride video. I really liked making that because it is... I always want to bring research into a video, and that's why I've done, like, I've started doing a couple movie reviews, but I always start off the movie reviews with research, with like a 5 to 10 minute research segment. Just talking about the history of the film, what I found researching it, the facts, the fiction, like that kind of shit. I love that. So any kind of boots on the ground thing, I would want to bring that element into it, because I feel like that is kind of the lifeblood of my work. Catholic Green, how much do you need for the trip? I have no idea. I like I said, I haven't even looked into it. Like, I haven't even entertained the idea, because like it would surely, if I'm, let me think about Washington DC to Ohio. First off, it would be a couple $100 more expensive on airfare, because all my other trips I've planned like a month in advance, and that saves on airfare. Like, round trip with a okay place to stay, and taking into account that I would be probably Ubering everywhere because I don't have transportation of my own, like $1,200 minimum, I think, for which, like here's the thing. That sounds like a lot, and it is if I don't have it. However, if I had that to invest, that does pay itself back, technically, depending on how good of the content I got, right? So it is less of a like expenditure and more of an investment, but it's still, I do not have, I straight up don't have that right now. Shabiri as well, by the way, you played Space Marine 2 yet? I'm having a blast as a big fan of 40K. I am not. So here's the thing. Again, because I said I'm saving money, I have not gotten Astrobot, which hurts. That hurts me, honestly. And this isn't a plea, like, straight up, if you donate money, it's all going towards my house right now. It is all going towards down payment, closing fees, or cat medical bills. Like, I will not be spending any money on video games. But I love Astrobot. Like, I loved the PS5 launch game. Astrobot's Playroom. Loved it. So that hurts not playing that. And then I love a good, like, action game shooter. So I've been looking forward to Space Marine 2, but so I haven't been playing Space Marine 2, but what I've been doing to like try and scratch that itch is going through and basically playing every other like 40K game that's either on PS Plus or that I own. So I went back and I'm currently finishing up Bolt Gun. I've been playing on the stream last week. I was playing Space Hulk Deathwing, and I've been playing Inquisitor, which is kind of like a top-down Diablo-like set in 40K. So it's been really weird because I'm still getting that like fix, but from so many different perspectives, like quite literally from different perspectives. So it's neat. It's KNet. Thank you for following. Samantha, thank you for super chatting $5 Canadian. I recommend Foreign Man in a Foreign Lands video, Gendering is a Luxury. Great video where he discusses his relationship to gender as a cis bohemian. Interesting. I've heard a lot of good things about Foreign Man. Oh my god. Sai, thank you for super chatting $100. No. Dude, okay. Thank you very much for the $100. Even in Dead I still stirb. Also, everyone pitch in cash for that Ohio vid. We need content. Do not worry about content. I have content coming. Like do not make mistake yourself. Also, I think I've talked about it before, but come hell or high water, I am going to be in the Capitol at the end of the year. Whatever that entails, whoever wins, I'll be there, boots on the ground. So like there is still investigative reporting on the horizon, but like I have a lot of content in the works right now, like so many. I still have to do the God's Not Dead review video. Man, Which is like, I am really dragging my feet on that because like the Matt Walsh video, I had stuff to say about it. And I think the hardest part for me about doing like movie reviews and reviewing any content really is when it's just bleh, like there's just fucking nothing there. And that's that's how I feel about God's Not Dead. Like the review is, I am just dragging my feet because it's so boring. Like the movie is so bland and tepid and stupid, and it reminds me a lot of not in anything but this, but the Alex Garland Civil War movie this year, which I was going to review. I went to see it in theaters and I walked out of it. I'm like, I actually I don't want to do a review on that because it's just fucking nothing. Like it would be nothing but me complaining, but like I can't even really muster a passion for the complaining. Like it's not even really worth that level of engagement. So like, damn. Yeah. Those who imbibe smoke check. Oh, yeah, Shibari as well. I watched The Crow. I don't know if I would call it unwatchable because I saw it in theaters, but there's like a solid 5 minutes in that movie. Like there's like a solid 5 minutes where I'm like, okay, why were they not cooking like this for the entire fucking film? Like even if it's kind of sloppy and messy, it had something there. But the rest of it, fuck, man. Fuck. It's I have a client who worked with Sorbo in one of the Left Behind movies and actually leaves it off his resume because it's embarrassing. That is actually very, very funny, and I love that. That's fucking hysterical. Okay, let's get into some news today. Hello, Danger Days. I want to talk really quick about Elon today. Because Elon has been on a tear. This tweet just really brought it up, laid it out pretty well. Blue Sky drinking, nothing big has happened news-wise, has it? I don't think so. I don't think so. A lot of people remember this from last week, where this is the one of the most weird like celebrity interactions I've ever seen, and the fact that it is from the owner of one of the largest social media platforms in the world for now until the bank takes it back, to the arguably largest pop star in the world. Like obviously Chapel's number one in my heart, but this is fucking wild to say, to think that this is an okay joke to make. And it's all in the phrasing, which I don't even know what he's trying to say, because this came after Taylor endorsed Kamala, right? I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life. I don't like there's an obvious connotation of like sexual assault there. Like, I will give you a baby is fucking so weird. And the cat thing, like Taylor apparently has cats. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. No, yeah, absolutely. The cook, I will give you a child is like, I would absolutely call that sexual harassment. Oh, yeah. No, we'll talk about that, Sabercat. We'll get to that in a second. Mobius, 636, thank you for subscribing for 9 months in a row. Benjigami, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. It'd be cool if you subscribe, but no pressure. All right, let's that's the same one. So this is the one that came across yesterday. So for those who don't know, there was, while Trump sycophants are trying to make it sound like there was another attempt on his life, there technically wasn't. This is important to note. I do not believe there was. There might have been. There almost was. But there wasn't, you know? The Secret Service did their job this time. Now, this is, again, so this expand Elon Musk's influence, the role he plays in the internet attention economy and the political landscape right now, where he is basically just going full on alt-right at this point. Take into consideration that Tesla is a government weapons contractor. It's a defense contractor with the US government. SpaceX, I believe, is too. Take into account the massive reach Twitter has right now as a political platform. It's all happening on X, apparently. To basically openly, for somebody with his level of permeation and the cult of personality that he fosters, to openly wish for an assassination attempt on the current sitting president and the vice president slash hopefully future president, the presumptive Democrat nominee, well, official Democrat nominee by this point. Oh, no. Blue Sky Drinking, how has he not gotten a visit from the feds over this? That's the interesting part. Because I believe he very much probably did. Where is it? Oh, nobody's, Oh, here we go. Turns out jokes are way less funny if people don't know the context and the delivery is plain text. So he just immediately, like, he went out there. Like, Trump was apparently in danger. There was an incident with the Secret Security. Elon's first thought is to be like, yeah, we should have an assassination attempt on Biden and Kamala. Or however fucking South African vampires sound. I don't know that accent very well. And the second people were like, yo, fucking what? He was like, guys, I am just joking. Like, the coward shit, I'm not surprised about at all. But it's like, that's not a joke. That's not a joke. Like this is from the side. He is constantly sharing shit from libs of TikTok. Like, libs of TikTok just shared that thing from Finster's girlfriend. That libs of TikTok was saying, like, this awful trans person is threatening to beat up women. Dude, Elon is tight with them. With libs of TikTok, with Chaya Raichik. Like, we know that they talk and communicate on back channels. The idea that he's going to, after supporting that kind of bullshit, the idea that he's going to be like, it is just joking, over fucking, hey, somebody should assassinate the president, is fucking wild. Hilarious joke or incitement / conspiracy posting. Who's to say? No, High Vindicator, exactly. Schrodinger's stochastic terrorism. Uh-huh. Antithess, thank you very much for $10. The phrasing, I will give you a child, seems like it releases Elon of responsibility of theoretical child. It's your child and not our child. These men really only see men or women as broodmares, I swear to God. Yeah, that, I hadn't even considered it that way, but given the fact that he has 11 kids and doesn't really take care of any of them, doesn't really support any of them, some of them don't even talk to him anymore. Elena Connor, wow, you can't even joke about planning assassinations anymore. Comedy really is dead. Yeah, you can't joke about assassinating political figures because of woke. It's true. Judge Grinch, 499, 100% that joke was a call to violence. Oh yeah, everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. I do want to see, I didn't, Trump. I like those two words blended together for me. So I was like, Trump assassination attempt today. I find if let's talk about jokes. I find it very funny, the idea that there would be a Google result like a new Trump assassination attempt every day. That's comedy. That would be funny to me personally. Trump and Biden have a cordial conversation. He misses Biden so much, it's crazy. Like, I have been actively sucking the dick of people I miss less than Trump misses Biden. They know how to talk dementia to each other. Didn't fire, have had no line of sight. All right, here we go. All right, let's go into, I don't care about that. Ryan Wesley Routh, though, that is a assassination name right there. That is some John Wilkes Booth shit. Iconic. What was the name of the other dude? I don't even fucking remember. Nobody cares. The rooftop boy. Tara Billie Jean, thank you for the goats. Thomas Matthew Crooks. Yeah. Bush League. Bush League. He doesn't have that sauce. Ryan Wesley Routh? Sauce. All up in it. Sauce for days. Antithes, thank you for $5. Trump can't talk about golf on a debate stage with Kamala. That's what he really misses. Oh, that's so true. That's so true. Important question. What is this shooter's opinion on Jodie Foster? These are the questions people need to be asking. Not enough people are asking them. All right, here we go. Lengthy criminal records and recent fixation on global politics, particularly Russia's war in Ukraine. The suspect, whom officials identified as Ryan Wesley Routh, was taken into custody on Sunday afternoon on Interstate 95 after authorities say possibly an attempt on Trump's life at his golf club, the second that Trump has survived in the last 9 weeks. Okay, let's not... Easy with the survived shit. Like, he didn't even pop off any shots, didn't even have a line of sight. Like, it's easy with the survived shit here, NPR. Local authorities said a U.S. Secret Service agent who was stationed one hole ahead of Trump spotted an AK-style rifle sitting out of a fence. The suspect holding the rifle was hiding in the shrubbery some 300 to 500 yards from the Republican presidential nominee. Damn. He took off in a black Nissan, which authorities located on a highway thanks to an eyewitness tip. Routh has been charged with possession of a firearm as a felon and possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number. Damn. Wearing a navy blue prison jumpsuit and shackles, appeared subdued and respectful. He could be seen laughing at times with his federal public defender. The judge told Routh he qualified for a federal public defender because you have little or no assets. Routh said he has zero funds and no savings. He reported making an income of $3 a week, but didn't specify the source. Jesus, he owns 2 trucks in Hawaii and helps support his 25-year-old son. Public records, social media posts, and previous interviews have painted a picture of a 50-year-old as a vocal supporter turned critic of Trump who is passionate about defending Ukraine in its war with Russia, and even traveled to the front lines in hopes of taking up the fight. All right, I'm going to give my dog a treat because she is being... Hey, you're being loud. You're being loud. Oh, she's so happy. She's so funny when she runs around with her treat. Routh spent most of his adulthood in North Carolina. Cultural reveal long history of trouble with the law, including a 2002 conviction on a felony charge of possessing a weapon of mass destruction. What weapon? Pertained to a fully automatic machine gun, the newspaper reported. Charged with several other misdemeanors and felonies between 2001 and 2010, including a hit-and-run offense, carrying concealed weapon and possessions of stolen goods. Half dozen court cases between 91 and 2016, including tax delinquencies and bad checks. God damn. Routh describes himself as the owner of Camp Box Honolulu, a company that builds portable storage units and tiny homes. We cannot sit idle as some of our friends and neighbors around us struggle when we ourselves are smart enough to create our own solutions to our own problems. The company's website reads, using common sense and American ingenuity and resources that we have, together we can create our own happy places. He once supported Trump, but recently donated Democrats. Federal Election Commission records show he donated to the Democrat fundraising platform ActBlue nearly 20 times, in amounts ranging from $1 to $25 between September 2019 and March 2020. 20 times? That's not that long. In 2020, he tweeted, I and the world hoped that President Trump would be different and better than the candidate, but we were all greatly disappointed. It seems you are getting worse and devolving. I will be glad when you're gone. Routh also weighed in after Trump survived an assassination attempt at a Pennsylvania rally in July, urging Biden and Harris to visit those who've been injured, as Trump will never do anything for them, which is fucking true. Bigfoot Biofoot 78, thank you for $5. Man's rap sheet reads like an 80s action movie. Declare nobody's in real life should read like an 80s action movie. Yeah, I'm willing to bet, because, and I'm willing to bet a lot of it doesn't, like, why would you mention it? There's probably a lot of drugs in the mix here, if I had to guess. If I had to guess. Charles Grape, thank you for $5. Do you think there's any link between GOP's gun and the would-be assassin's ability to get a firearm? I don't know what you mean about GOP's gun. Do you mean like GOP's their gun policy and the ability to get a firearm? Probably. Like, a lot of fucking people just go and get guns. Like, there are more guns than there are people in America by a considerable margin. I think it's like 3 guns for every 1 person. I have some opinions on the Trump assassination attempt, but they are not TOS. Do you want to hear them? No. If they're not TOS, no. Avid supporter of Ukraine. Traveled to the Ukrainian capital of Kiev that year, but was told, given his age and lack of military experience, that he was not an ideal candidate. So plan B was to come here to Kiev and promote getting more people here. God damn. Yeah, here we go. A representative from Ukraine's Foreign Legion told CNN that Routh had reached out several times online but was never part of the Legion and didn't cooperate with us in any way. The best way to describe his messages is delusional ideas, said Alexander Shaguri, an officer of the Foreigners Coordination Department of the Land Forces Command. He was offering us large numbers of recruits from different countries, but it was obvious to us his offers were not realistic. We didn't even answer. There was nothing to answer to. I feel like that... So a lot of attention can be brought there. Like, that explains so much of what we're seeing. The lack of any basis in a tangible reality, right? because this same thing happened with the person who self-immolated outside the Trump hearing. I did a video on them a while ago, and it's less that the person who had the wild conspiracy theories that like basically mixed up QAnon and some Jewish question stuff, and it was just entirely incoherent. This is a failure. This is not something that can really be placed on a spectrum of left-wing to right-wing, because it's a failure of mental health care in this country that somebody got so far along this continuum without getting the help that they need. Nope, not Aaron Bushnell. The Aaron Bushnell was a Palestine protester outside of the Israeli embassy. A couple months later, there was a protester outside of one of Trump's hearings in New York. Thumb Warrior, the setting people on fire has happened 4 times. There have been 3 self-immolations to draw attention to Palestine alone in America. And the reason you don't hear about them is because the media doesn't want you to. Which I realize that sounds like some Alex Jones shit, like, the left-wing media doesn't want you to hear about it. But it's fucking true. Like, it's the reason that you haven't heard about it. 7? Is it 7? In America? Get the fuck out. Is it really? Yeah, no, there was another one in the last 2 weeks. When asked about the incident on Monday, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said it shows that playing with fire's consequences is an apparent reference to U.S. support for Ukraine. Great. I hate this game every 4 years. I think that we all do, and if my father wants to be a martyr to how broken and dissociated the process has become from the real problems and practical solutions, then that's his choice, his son wrote. Fuck, dude. Yeah. As much as people immediately go to jumping, which I always think is a mistake, for any mass casualty event, for any kind of like whether it's a mass shooting, whether it's an assassination attempt like this, anything that involves that level of public violence, to just immediately try and lay it at the feet of one political movement or another, I think is lazy at best and dangerous at worst. Vesper Lord, thank you for subscribing. Moo, thank you for subscribing. Jesus Christ. What was the other thing I wanted to look at? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'm over on YouTube chat. Or no. I'm sorry. YouTube chat is not filtering through for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm sure it will come up in a second. The free McFriggin Angie, thank you for tipping $3. Hey, Aditi and pals, hope we're all doing relatively okay. I was wondering if we were going to cover the Springfield situation today. How JD Vance admitted that he and Trump made up the eating the pet story solely for attention. Yes, but first, let me grab this. I'm gonna go refill my water real quick. Oh God. Pause that. White man gesturing at me and being racist. Yeah, who would have thought? Opaland, thank you for following. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on with YouTube chat, but it's just not filtering through to the multi-stream chat. I wish I could help more with that, but multi-stream, why are you failing me? Dude. Okay, so y'all didn't hear that. That was muted. I'm trying to think if I can even play that on the VOD. That's fucking wild. All right, 158.16. No, I guess it's the original post was deleted. This is Rich Lowry's apparent Haitian N-word comment on Megyn Kelly's show is real. Here's a screen recording of the original video. I'll play it because he doesn't technically say the full word, and I can just clip it out if the stream, like if we've had awful shit said on stream before. I can just censor it, but like, dude, listen to this shit. Like, N-word warning, N-word warning, racial slur warning, content warning, for the next like 10 seconds.
Only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only found 2
Unfucking believable. Unfucking, like, no, so here's the thing. That kind of people, I already see people in chat saying it's slip of the tongue. That kind of slip doesn't happen. That's not a mistake you make unless that is something you're saying regularly. Like you do not just randomly insert that kind of verbiage into a public conversation unless that kind of wording is on the tip of your tongue all the time. Like, just naturally. No, yeah, Terribility Gene, it sounded like it came naturally. Like, yeah, that's the scary part, right? Is that he thought in his head he had an image of a Haitian immigrant. He had an image of a black person. And the first thing out of his mouth was the N-word. Like, that's what happened there. That is fucking insane. Yeah, having to live correct to immigrant is fucking... Like, the two don't even sound alike. No, yeah, Steph is pretty. Like, immigrant? They don't... I'm sorry, they don't sound alike. The beginning and the end of those words do not sound alike. They just don't. They don't. Had something similar happen on BBC Radio years ago. Anomalous, phenomenalous. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. That's see, that's funny though. That's funny and British. That's not that's not terrible and racist. That's
What's
whimsical.
happening in the course of the next hour? Well, first up after the news, we're going to be talking to Jeremy Hunt, the Culture Secretary, about broadband. It's 8 o'clock on Monday, the 6th of December.
That's pretty good though. That's pretty good. What was the last thing I was looking at? Pretty sure the N-word can be said on YouTube without censoring. I think FD Signifier once mentioned in his video about the film Bamboozled. Highly recommend FD Signifier. Yeah, FD Signifier is great. In my experience, I've always had to censor it. Otherwise, I get, and that sounds bad out of context. I've never said it, but I have covered, unsurprisingly, I've covered a lot of racist assholes who have, and I do have to censor them. And also, I kind of just want to censor them, like, in that way. Not, I will show them the awful shit, show people the awful shit they're saying, but I don't, nobody needs to hear that. You know what the word is. Like, you know, nobody gains anything by having to listen to racial slurs. Like, oh. Yeah, Pirate Fishy Fish. I've been on this planet for 44 years. I've never mistakenly said the N-word, not on purpose either. A lot of people haven't. I would say most people haven't. Most people. The idea that is it. Fuck, man. It's so funny. There's this conflicts happening of, like, a bunch of white people trying to convince the world how not racist they are. So you have, like, Matt Walsh's video, which everybody's talking about. In the Daily Wire spaces of, like, oh, look at all these lying grifters and SJWs, and Matt's not a racist at all. But, like, dude, have you ever heard him talk about indigenous Americans? Have you ever heard him talk about how, like, natives basically deserve to be genocided? Like, they had it coming. That's basically what Matt Walsh believes, by the way. That's not me exaggerating. Yeah, no, there's really only a couple words you could possibly mispronounce that way. It's not my chicken Caesar salad. That's pretty good. You should repeat that. I'm black and I don't even say it. I don't need the word in my vocabulary. Like, yeah, it's not that common. It is. I'm trying to think of any, like, I do have black friends who have said it. But, like, to other black friends. Like, not to me. And it's not like a regular, as much as people like, it's what I call, like, grandma racism. Where it's these talking points where white people are so stuck up over shit that they've been holding on to for, like, 30 years. It's just something they heard on Rush Limbaugh one time that they decided to make their personality. And one of those things is, oh, well, they can say it. They can say it in rap songs, but I can't say it. It's like, yeah, Grandpa, the fuck? I hate it. I hate it. Oh, Xenomonic, so the way to get to Walsh is to get him to talk about indigenous people. Dude. Indigenous rights, like land acknowledgement, pretty much any time he references one of those things or reacts to, like, TikToks or whatever, those are some of the few times I see him actually get mad. Like, a lot of stuff Matt puts on is just, it's kind of show, it's very theatrical. That and trans people are the two things that legitimately get under his skin and piss him off in a vitriolic way. I bring up ancient Caucasian people and Matt goes mask off. It's honestly, it's so, the worst part of the video, the Am I Racist that Matt Walsh put out, is that it's convincing so many, apparently very easy to convince people, convincing so many people that Matt is like a well-intentioned, median, like middle of the road, centrist type, that he isn't racist, that he just, he believes in equity and equality. It's like, no, he fucking does not, dude. He openly does not. He has openly talked about white pride before. Like, he believes in real survival of the fittest fucking bullshit. He is, the way he talks about black celebrities is like 1 degree away from phrenology. Straight up. He has never, not once, have I ever heard him cover a story about a black person being shot by police where he did not refer to somebody as a thug. Get the fuck out of here telling me Matt Walsh isn't racist. Like, Crovey, why do these people actively want to say hurtful words with terrible historical significance in the first place? Because it hurts people. Like, that's why. They believe that they should be able to hurt people because they want to. Like, that's the long and short of it. They believe, whether it's because they think they're racially superior or whatever dumb bullshit, they believe that they should just be able to do that. That they have an inherent right to it as white people. And I have a project that I'm working on currently, and it probably won't be out for a little bit, but kind of inspired by Synthetic Man, I have a project that is actually going to be interviewing former like members of hate groups and looking at how they got there. How does somebody get into this headspace? How do you get this hateful? And what does that do to you? And why did you step away from it? And guess what? So far, you're probably not going to be super surprised to find out a lot of them were fucking miserable before hate groups. A lot of them struggle with depression, anxiety, and abuse. Like, it's a meme to say, like, hurt people, but it's fucking true. God. The Pup, thank you for $5. I get the impression that some people think racial slurs are part of white people's lexicon, even though lots of them know not to say those things. Yeah. You don't, like, what? Sorry, not saying what to you. Yes, that is correct. I think there are white people who think racial slurs are part of white people's lexicon. But, like, I know it, so it depends on the people that you hang out with, right? Like, because I've known, all right. So they were all just mentally ill. I don't think it's fair to say that they were all mentally ill, but I think that for the few I've talked to, that does play a role in it. Like, there is something seductive about the idea of being able to blame other people for your problems, being able to blame other people for the way the world is, and then being able to go into a group where everybody else is doing the same thing. Like, it is this kind of cult-like atmosphere, but without a figurehead, right? Like, it is confirming that you are the best and you are the way things should be. And so I don't think that it's fair to say, like, okay, well, everybody that, like, because at that point it gets too easy, I think, to hand wave away racists and misogynists and bigots, and especially in organized groups like terrorist groups. It gets too easy to be like, oh, okay, they can all just be rehabilitated and they're all like, they just need like a hug and a Coke and a smile. And that's not really the case. Like, there are deeper issues there, but you cannot, like, you cannot treat the disease without acknowledging the symptoms, right? Yeah, I forgot where I was going. I was saying something before that. Oh, white people. Yeah, no, I've never been... Okay, so, story one time. There is... All right, so it's actually 2 stories, but there's a point to the first story. I was walking home, because I used to work security at a club. Everybody knows this. I was walking home late one night, and it was was just a surreal moment. It was like 2 a.m. and it's kind of through the red light bar district of downtown was the walking direction. And there's always these kids like hanging out. It's, you know, it's 2 a.m. There's a bunch of kids, either they're just homeless or looking for trouble, and they're just sitting out smoking. And I have my headphones on. I always do. I don't really listen to the world around me. And this kid walks up to me. And I say kid because in my mind, cannot be older than like 12, maybe 13. Like just judging by height, builds. Kids grow really fast at that point, so it's hard to tell. But height, build, voice, like a 12, 13-year-old boy, right? Somewhere around there. And he walks up to me. This kid, this child walks up to me, and I see him walking up to me, and he's kind of like got like a little like strut going on. And I'm just like, oh, fucking great. So I take my headphones off because he's saying something to me. And he goes, "What's up, N-word?" Now, you may notice couple problems with that. Couple problems with that. Also, his skin color matched mine. So it was just a very like, what moment for me, where I was just like, I can't. What is going on? What is happening here? It's 2 a.m. This child just said the N-word to me. What? And the kid, this small child, asked for a cigarette. Like, okay, have you ever seen Hostel? The movie Hostel, Eli Roth Hostel? It's not a good movie. Doesn't matter. There's a point in the movie where there are these like shitty little gangs of bloodthirsty kids who apparently run around Amsterdam. It's not a documentary, you know, it's Hostel. But they just like will assault people and rob people and beat the shit out of people and like steal cigarettes, and they're just always smoking, and like they're just like little tykes basically. It was kind of like that. It was just this surreal like, what the fuck, what? Bacillus Chopin, thank you very much for $5. I'm from Springfield. Any tips on explaining to loved ones that Haitians aren't why the stray cats vanished? I mean, like, yeah. I have the video I just put out. There's a lot of good sources in there. There's a lot of news articles discussing like the history of Haitian immigrants to America, why specifically those immigrants came to Springfield, what they've done for the local economy, how all of them aren't illegal. Like there aren't any illegal Haitian immigrants there unless they literally walked from fucking like Haiti's an island nation. Like how are you, I don't, you know, like how the fuck are you gonna illegally emigrate from Haiti to the middle of fucking Springfield, Ohio? Yeah, and also like just think critically about how those cats are being found, where you're finding them. Somebody just in chat just brought up like, what if the Haitians are adopting stray cats? People like hit cats with cars. That shit happens all the time. Yeah, and Thumb Warrior probably has coyotes and foxes. Definitely coyotes. Like, dude, coyotes will fuck up a cat. Anyway, okay, so back to the white kid racism story. So, I did nothing, right? I just said, nope, I don't have a cigarette. It was a very bizarre encounter. Went about my life, did not think anything of it. And then probably about, and this was last year, because I remember I was working full-time on content when this happened. So it would have been I think it would have been like 4 or 5 months later. Like it was a decent amount of time later, right? And holy shit, thank you, Cooked Cook, for gifting. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Holy shit. Thank you so much for 25 subs. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Wait, you didn't mean to do it? What did you do? What? Cook, you're gonna have to contact Twitch. If you didn't mean to give it, I can't do anything. Like you're gonna have to contact Twitch. I have no. I'm sure they will be able to help you out. Like I'm sure this shit happens all the time. Cannot. I can't. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. But what was I saying? Okay, Brutus Magnuson, thank you very much for $4.99. My experience, what works with white dudes and the N-word is treating it like cringe and social incompetence. Yeah, otherwise they dig their heels. Like that, and that can be said for nearly anything that's like not socially acceptable. It's just like, dude, like somebody says, oh, look at that F slur, T slur, like whatever. You just be like, really? You're fucking... That's crazy that you're still talking like you're in middle school, dude. 1998 Tomatoes, thank you for following. Oh, so okay. Story continued. Like 4 months later, I was, and this was the most random encounter ever, right? I distinctly remember it. I was down in the park, which there's a really nice park in downtown Spokane, and I was deciding, I was like, it was kind of hot out, and I was like, you know what? I want one of those fucking, they had a freezy ice truck. I was like, that sounds actually pretty fucking bomb, like just like a little cherry ice. And so I went, got my freezy ice, and there's a commotion. There is a happening around me, and like there's a bunch of people yelling, and it just looks like a bunch of like people yelling and getting in a fight. I'm like, okay, I don't care. Doesn't my general standard is in public fights, I do not care unless it is like somebody being ganged up on or somebody like needs actual help. I'm like, most people can sort it out, and most people don't actually get in big fights. A ruckus perchance. Indeed, indubitably. Juliana, thank you also very much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Adequate Emily. And so I was like not really paying attention to it, but it was this group of people that were following. I wasn't paying attention to it until I like actually looked and saw what was going on. And it was this group of people, group of white people following a black dude around. And they weren't like, they were just like kind of yelling at him. And I couldn't quite make out what they were saying. They're like, oh, you think it's okay to do this? You think it's okay to do this and beat up on a little kid and do this? And the black guy was like, I don't know if he was homeless. I don't know if he was in a bad way. He was just like kind of keeping his head down, just like trying to walk away, trying to remove himself from the situation. And that was at a point at which I did interject. I was like, hey, fucking leave him alone. And he ended up walking away. And they ended up like trying to get fucking in my face. And I was just like, look, he's had enough. He's walking away. He's leaving. Leave him alone. And then there was, I don't know if she was the mother or what, but this lady was starting to yell at me and was like, oh, you think, because I had no idea what had happened. I don't know why she was like asking if I thought the situation was okay. I didn't know the situation. And this lady is yelling at me. She's like, oh, you think it's okay for him to yell at a little kid and to hit a little kid? And I was like, no, I didn't know that. I just saw you guys yelling at him. I think they might have thrown something at him. I don't remember. And the very next minute, because I was like, what the fuck? What's going on? The next minute, it was this bizarre like bolt from the blue, because the kid who the guy hit apparently like starts walking into the fray, into the group, and the kid starts yelling at me. And I immediately recognize, I'm like, this is the little N-word white kid. Like this weird whiny tone, just like yelling at me, saying the N-word constantly in every fucking sentence. It's one of those things where I just literally, I was like, you know what, whatever, I'm out. Like, I don't care. Because they left the dude alone. Everybody went their own separate ways. I don't care. But in my head, it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, I wish I would have thought of that to say that at the moment. Because the thing to say there, I didn't say it, I didn't even think of it, was like, okay, well, have you considered maybe not letting the small child just say the N-word constantly? Have you thought about not letting the small white child just say the N-word for any reason? And maybe, like, a black person won't take offense to that. It was like, it was the weirdest, most turbulent roller coaster. Because going from like, hey, leave that guy alone, and thinking they were in the wrong, and then being like, oh, well, he hit a kid. And I'm like, okay, well, shit, did I get on the wrong side of this? And then turns out the kid, like, very likely probably called him the N-word or said the N-word. And I'm like, okay, no, I'm good. That kid. Look, I'm not for corporal punishment, but asterisk, but. No, exactly. Somebody, the heat comeback you think of in the shower. Yes, no, literally. It was like a day later, and I remember being like, oh, fuck. That would have been so good if I had told them that, but I didn't. Just give me a name. You know, hitting a kid is bad, but at least he might have learned something before someone think he can take a hit. No, it's like there are corrective measures in society for a reason. Like, straight up, there are. Yeah, I made this to watch. Natural Consequences better now than when he was an adult, I guess. Like kind of. Like, you gotta learn the way the world works. You can't just go around saying that shit just because you think it sounds cool. And that's the thing is, I think all that wraps into what somebody said like 20 minutes ago before I started this. Is that, like, there is definitely a culture of white people thinking like racial slurs and just slurs in general are totally okay because they haven't been corrected on it. Or in the case of the dude that Megyn Kelly was interviewing, more likely they're in like incredibly racist circles, or like I guarantee that dude has a fucking 4chan account. Excuse me. The Majestic Agu, thank you for following. Wargamer Lena, thank you for following. Amy Bone Carrot, thank you for following. Twitch, thank you for giving me 3 additional bits to Juliana's Power-Ups Redemption. I appreciate it. I like this. Twitch is being nice to me. Twitch is being all right. All right, what was the other thing I wanted to talk about? I started the whole stream and I don't remember what I named it. Because it was Trump assassination, Megyn Kelly's thing, Elon Musk being weird. What else has happened today? I guess we kind of covered it all, didn't we? Not shocked Megyn Kelly had a guest who said a racial slur. Maybe this is Megyn's attempt to be relevant again. I don't think she wants that kind of relevance. It is another in a long line stacked. Oh, I wanted to talk about the JD Vance thing. That's what it was. Oh, awesome, Adequate Emily. Everybody, by the way, go check out Adequate Emily over on YouTube. She makes some really good video essays. This thing, perfect. Thank you, Alejandra. Always coming through for me with the goodies.
Donald Trump and I start talking about cat memes. If I have to,
But it
if
wasn't
I have
just
to
a meme,
create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana.
You just said that
ought
you're
to be
creating
talking
a
about
story.
public policy.
Unbelievable. Like it. it truly does feel that they're not even trying to win half the time anymore. Like, it feels like Trump and Vance aren't even trying to like, just giving up the game like that. You don't fucking I understand that Vance isn't like the traditional in deep politician. So he's the thing that people apparently like, some people say they like about him is that, oh, he's a little less polished, he's a little bit more down to earth. What that actually means is that he's just kind of dumb. He's politically illiterate in a way that at the levels of power you're talking about with Trump, like, all right, for example, Stephen Miller is the perfect opposite in this way, where Stephen Miller, a true like baby eating monster. I legitimately believe, I said this on Twitter the other day, I legit believe if he could get away with it, Stephen Miller would eat the face of every child in like a 5-block radius at any given point. Stephen Miller is evil incarnate. Like a monstrous, unholy aberration. Like I've never felt like the aura of somebody like I did when Stephen Miller was in the same fucking room as me at CPAC. But while he has a very thin veneer of keeping that mask on, he still does. He's still able to go on these kind of talk shows, on interviews, and say, well, no, we aren't racist. Our policy is just that this, and this because of economic growth, this. And like, he's able to spin it into those politically literate terms. Whereas Vance, when questioned on these things, immediately fucking folds. He's like, yeah, you know what? If I need to make up a story, we're gonna do that to get people's attention on it. And it's like, dude, that's all right. They're saying the quiet part loud, and then they're saying the part that you're not supposed to say. That's the part you're not supposed to say. Like, that's not even the quiet part. That's not even in the original thing. Like, there's the quiet part, the loud part, the part you're not supposed to say. You're saying the part you're not supposed to say. Maybe he's the one eating cats and dogs. I wouldn't be surprised. I can, like, he is so, like, Stephen Miller just reminds me of that one Goya painting of Saturn devouring his child. All right, I'm gonna go refill water. Okay. JD Fancy eats monkey nuts. Trump will drop Vance, and Vance will turn against him and reveal some really messed up stuff. I don't think. All right, so if Vance turns against Trump, it would be after the election. It is. We are too locked in. Like, we are too locked in. We have less than 2 months, basically, until the election. Like, it's not. There is no way, with all the flagging numbers across the board, that anybody is dropping anybody at this point. However, at the end of this, you better believe that Trump regrets Vance so much. I fucking guarantee it. I can't wait. There's going to be some kind of New York Times op-ed. There's going to be some insider account that's just going to be describing how Trump just like spends every day downing cheeseburgers and Diet Coke, just being like, oh, I fucking hate that stupid hick. Like, that was kind of more of I kind of put a Nixon spin on that. This J.D. Vance is a menace. He talked shit about Pence a ton. Well, he has to, like, appear strong. He has to appear cohesive. Mr. Hot Indian Guy, thank you for 3 months. Trump and Vance are just Beavis and Butthead in real life. His sons are Beavis and Butthead in real life. Like, I saw them standing next to each other the other day. I'm like, damn, like, really? Yeah, so I want to watch this from the beginning again. Just giving up. It's just giving up the whole bit. Like, what are you doing here, man? Like, I feel like the fact, all right, between this, the racism of the thing is almost separate from this, right? Like, it's obviously intertwined because they're just talking about being racist. They're just like explicitly being racist. But the racism of the thing is its own issue, where that has a tangible effect on the community. And the fact that they aren't backing down from it, the fact that you have literal Nazis marching and supporting and saying, oh, Trump's our guy, like, we're really glad he pulled this out. That's one thing. That is one thing that should be drawing voters and anybody doing polls and stuff. They should be looking at that. Doesn't matter how conservative you are, and being like, ugh, fucking yikes. Like, that is not even a step away from what Laura Loomer was saying, her racist shit about Kamala, that led Marjorie Taylor Greene to be like, honey, you got to tone it down. You are being too racist. That's where Trump and JD are right now. So that's a separate issue from the fact that they are admitting to just lying and making shit up openly on CNN. Like, the thing you're not supposed to say you're doing as a politician. The thing that, like, everybody kind of knows it, especially with Trump. Like, everybody knows that he just makes shit up to suit his agenda. But you're not supposed to fucking say it. Salami 42nd, their strategy is baffling. I can't tell if they actually planned any speech. I don't know. Like I'm saying, it feels like Trump doesn't want to win. Dorian Pokemaster Jackson, thank you for subscribing. Like, it really doesn't. I don't even know another way to describe it. Oh, I need to, sorry. I don't have the sound on.
The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to, create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do, Dana.
You just said that you're creating
talking
a
about
story.
Public policy.
Sorry, you just said that you're creating.
That is the look. I haven't watched this full clip yet. I just saw that first part. That silence is so telling. That is the look of a man who realizes how bad he fucked up. Like, watch how he talks and just stops and then like shuts down. He like short circuits.
Public policy.
Sorry, you just said that you're creating the story.
What's that, Dana?
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not.
We are creating. Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents. I say that we're creating a story, meaning we're creating the American media focusing on.
Okay, yeah, let's redefine what it means to create a story. That's fucking wild. That is... Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Single time that I open my mouth, then why am I even doing this? So please, ask a question, and I'd ask you to be polite enough to let me answer it.
Yes, I am, and I think that if Kamala Harris and Tim Walz were making unsubstantiated claims that had racist undertones about people eating dogs and cats, I would, and they didn't answer the questions about that, then I would have similar
Textbook.
interactions with them.
Fucking could not have spit it back at him better. Holy shit. Dana Bash could not have fucking spat that back in his fucking weird face better. Holy God. Whoo, that's good shit. All right, you know, I actually want to see. Yeah, get fucking Dana bashed. More like. All right, let's go. let's go to the heart of the info war to find out, because I know there is, if the deep state is truly sending another assassin against Trump, I know there is but one man who can lead us to the truth. If Band.video wants to load. Let's go. Elijah Schaffer joins Alex Jones in studio to expose the transhumanist system enslaving humanity. Let's go. We found Routh's accounts. This is an actual site? Unfortunately, yes. All right, let's do... Goddamn. All right, let's go to the Alex Jones show. Or where's the videos? Deep state planning another Trump assassination 3 hours ago. They're already on the next one. Hell yeah, let's go.
The big takeaway here is Trump going to stop acting like a fish in a barrel, or that he's at the carnival and he's one of the targets you sit there and you shoot at with the BB guns? You know, they've had them since I was a kid. You go to the carnival and they put the little piece of paper up there with a red star. You got to shoot it just perfectly all out to win a prize. The secret is you don't shoot the star itself, you shoot a circle around it. They always get mad because I just win and 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 win. They put a whole strip of, so it's like a clip of BBs, and they load it in, and it's air powered. Does Trump want to be like the piece of paper with the red star on it at the carnival? Because that's what he is. I mean, maybe he likes getting shot at. But I'm going to be really upset when they kill him and they just tried again. And if you think it's going to be 2 months till they try again, think again. They got people lined up for 2 days from now, next week.
Let's go.
They got people swarming around.
Wasn't this guy sued for $1 billion? Unfortunately, yes, but that doesn't mean he has to face prison time yet.
Reporters, be a Trump supporter,
all right, let's go.
Mainstream media matter, that get on Air Force One. Trump should not have the press corps on his airplane. Everyone should be double searched when they come on, because all it takes is a half pound of plastic explosives, or 2 pounds, or a pound, woven into the inside of a purse, inside the lining, and then the plane's taking off, perfect time, and all you do is...
It's so clear how much, keep in mind how much Alex Jones believes in predictive programming. He really thinks that action movies and stuff are the way for elites to program ideas into you, which is just his way of interpreting that he gets all of everything he believes from fucking action movies.
Just dial the cell phone, doot, 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 call. When the call goes through, fuselage blows out. They'll probably detonate at about 3,000 feet to get a good crash. You ready for Trump? You ready to wake up? Are you ready to be at work at lunch and everybody starts running around going, oh, President Trump's plane went down? You ready for that? Ready to hear, oh, a big explosion at Mar-a-Lago? You ready for that? You ready for that?
Why are you saying it like that? God, he looks scary.
Because that's what you're going to be watching and you're going to be seeing, and he'll be dead. And then they're going to stage a bunch of false flags and say right-wingers did it in response to it. And this is all very easy to know what's going on. I mean, I'm sitting here telling you what's going to happen if Trump doesn't stop.
While other networks lie to you about what's happening now, InfoWars tells you the truth.
Wow,
about
the
what's
big show. Don't do big show like that. Although you are right, he does have a big show look. It's very kind of weird.
InfoWars.
tomorrow's news today.
126 days to Inauguration Day.
We are 50 days, 9 hours, 59 minutes, 34 seconds until the election, the most important election in world history. It is Sunday, September 15, 2024. And on Friday's show, I said another assassination attempt against Trump is imminent, probably at Mar-a-Lago, probably at his golf course. That's the main target. They know when he's there most often. And we caught the globalists with their pants down on this big time. I have literally hundreds of articles where within minutes of this breaking, about an hour and 45 minutes ago, every channel, CNN, New York Times, all of them have been given the official story by whoever, that it was just a gang shootout and it wasn't Trump and everything was fine. Then Sean Hannity was supposed to go with him and play golf this morning, but didn't. Calls Trump and calls other witnesses. They're between the 5th and 6th hole. The Secret Service see a guy with a gun pointed at Trump. They reportedly start shooting. They tackle Trump. He had a semi-automatic rifle described as an AK-47 type. They return fire. The individual flees in a black SUV and has been captured. Now, will they blame Iran? We don't know.
Iran? What?
No, it's a high crime area, the richest area in the U.S. And
it's so fucking funny how completely inept he is with his.
We saw and heard the same thing in Butler for 8 hours.
Political analysis. Iran.
And then Google for a month and a half, it was 2 month mark on Friday of the assassination attempt, wouldn't show any searches of Trump assassination images, articles, videos. They just made that decision. So we're seeing the same attempt at information management.
So apparently Google wouldn't show any results for Trump assassination. No photos, article, or video. That's like right there. CNN, how photographers captured. Like, how does he have an audience? Like you can just.
It's all at Alex Jones on X.
The cooked cook. I don't want to derail the stream, but if there's no way for Twitch to refund those subs and my bank account can't do it, is there a way to rectify this on your end? This is going to overdraft my account big time. Get in contact with Twitch. Like let them know that. Let them know it's a big deal, because like I've been saying at the beginning, I am getting ready to buy a house. I do not have any funds, any discretionary funds at the moment. Because my Twitch payment actually came in a little bit less than I thought it would be. But if it does become a problem, we'll figure something out. I will figure something out. So if Twitch can't, which they should be able to, hit me up. We'll figure it out. Yeah, Crovey, there we go. Gifted subs can be refunded, though it might take a few days. Oh, yeah, and you can also, Mr. Oakby, you should be able to ask your bank and put a stop on the transaction. Maybe, hopefully.
Hannity, Mario Fall, Jack Posobiec. We're going to get all those folks on the broadcast, but I'm tracking all this in live time as well. And obviously, we've been predicting all of it. I shot a report minutes before we went live. It's now on X that you can share. Donald Trump survived second assassination attempt as corporate media goes into full damage control mode. That's on Real Alex Jones on X.
I love how then you pull up
the video clips. CNN reports Trump was target of shots fired.
So, okay, so Alex, is it damage control? Or are you reading their headlines and saying what they confirm as proof? Because the corporate media can't be going into damage control at the same time as they're confirming what you're using to confirm your story. Man.
CNN reports Trump was target of shots fired. Suspect detained after fleeing an SUV from Trump golf course shooting. Suspect pointed rifle at Trump, may have shot golf course before Secret Service opened fire.
Okay. By the way, I need everybody to know. Look at Alex Jones on the screen right now. Whenever, if Alex Jones, if you ever hear him, because he does this all the time, where he's like, "And we got the documents, folks. We got the highly classified documents. These are all declassified. These are all in Congress." Like, he does this shit all the time. These are his documents. These are his documents. When he talks about, like, oh, I have a stack of papers that is just a stack of massive news stories that we're going through. And he'll talk about how the deep state is on the run and patriots are the 1776 and Americana will rise again. You need to know. I need everybody to understand. When he is doing this, his documents are printed out tweets in big ass senior citizen font size. Like this is one tweet on a full page. I don't even, like, what? The intellectual rigor of the American right wing never ceases to astound me. Like, it really doesn't.
Fired. Suspect in Trump golf course incident arrested on
Another tweet.
MSM had their story lined up. Trump safe for gunshots fired in his vicinity. Remember,
no, he's doing his own research.
GoPro camera.
It's
just in, the Secret Service did.
Why are you printing out a tweet of a video? What is the goal here? When you can just show that on the screen? It's a tweet of a video on a piece of paper. This is a betrayal of so many different mediums at the same time.
Fire back at possible assassin. Don't worry, A.G. Garland briefed on Trump.
Coda Anthony, Legacy Media does the same thing. Legacy Media might do the same thing in sourcing a tweet or saying, oh, Trump said this, AOC said this, whoever said this. They are not using tweets as headlines, as proof of what they're trying to say.
Security incident. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't go to the DHS or the Justice Department. They're the ones that had to stand down and lied to Congress and did what they did in Butler. And when they failed and Trump got even more popular, what were they going to try again? Well, you know what they're going to try.
My other thing, okay, if you guys hadn't noticed, or if you guys didn't know, he has been on maximum copium. Like quite frankly, dangerous levels of copium have been flowing through Alex Jones's veins lately. As soon as the Trump debate with Kamala ended, he was like, well, it's obvious Trump won that debate. It was 3-on-1 and he fought them off like with one hand tied behind his back, basically. And Kamala just looked like a big dum-dum, but Trump looked super cool and awesome. And it's like, dude, like he has to go all in. But dude, it's fucking embarrassing the way Alex has been like just riding it up and down. At what point is copium pure denial? I feel it's approaching denial. But like Alex Jones doesn't have anything else. Like Alex Jones just can't. Like he doesn't have anything but Trump right now. And you can hear that sometimes when he talks, when he's like, you know, I wish Trump would be better about this, or I wish Trump would do this, because it's like he has latched himself so firmly like a barnacle on this. Let me go. Jesus Christ. All right, let's see what else we got.
On parade. Russ and Pam Martin.
Who are you? Is it live? Is it live? Before this stream, I was looking at femme, deer, fat furs. None of those words are in the Bible, misanthropic. None of those words are in the Bible. Cherry lip dingus who's afraid to fire. Oh, Paul Joseph Watson. Paul Joseph Watson might. I think he's just like a collaborator. PJ Dubs does his. PJ Dubs. I can't believe I just fucking said that. I was just I have no idea what possessed me to refer to Paul Joseph Watson as PJ Dubs, but I apologize. I think it's because I call Buffalo Wild Wings B-dubs. And the like W at the end there threw me. But anyway, so PJ Dubs basically does his own YouTube thing now. I saw someone I already thought was cute with deer ears on once, and I had several interesting thoughts. Thumb Warrior DX. That sounds like horny posting. Oh, I fuck with Buffalo Wild Wings. Like, I'll be honest. I just like wings. There's a great it's a little expensive, so I haven't gone in a while. It's a little, if I'm being real, it's a little too expensive for what you get. But they are so fucking good. There's a pizza place right down my street that they do like a honey glaze, like a spicy hot honey glaze wing that has like just this crunch on it. Ugh. Let's go. I hear B-dubs and think of the Minecraft YouTuber. See, I don't know Minecraft YouTube like that. All right, let's go. Biden, CIA, and Ukraine, because I can see Alex is having his mind blown here.
So the reported shooter, we're told, is Ryan Wesley Routh, 58 years old, someone who is intimately involved in Ukraine recruiting operations for foreign fighters. So the foreign
intimately involved. What was that thing we just read about how like they called Ukraine, they called the Ukraine the foreign agency that helps with recruiting, and they were like, no, this dude was fucking crazy. Like he did nothing with us. He kept calling us and telling us about how he wanted to recruit people from all these other countries, and we were like, okay. Okay, let's Jack Posobiec. I don't think I've ever seen his weird face before. Don't like it. Not a fan.
Fighter flow that was going between the U.S. and
he definitely has a grinder profile. I'm saying just like I'm doing gay phrenology on him. But I've definitely seen faces like his. Oh, the wings, burgers are actually pretty good. Onion rings, I fucking love onion rings. You're getting me hungry, and there's a great, it's one of the only, it might be the only, like, I'm sure there's another place, but it's the only like actual southern kitchen in Spokane, and it's called Chicken and Mo, or Chicken and More. They changed it for some reason, but Chicken and Mo, and it is the only place you can get a po' boy here. It's some of the best fucking fried chicken, fresh made biscuits, just like big, like fluffy biscuits, like capital B biscuits. Every meal you get 2 sides, and it's gonna be like either slaw or beans or maybe corn. God damn, and catfish. They're one of the only places in the city that like you can go and just get like catfish. And it takes a little while to make, but they have a in-house original barbecue sauce that is, and this place has been there for like, it's practically a neighborhood, like a Spokane institution, because it's tiny little hole in the wall. Like it is smaller than my apartment, especially in the summer. It is ridiculously hot in there, but it has been there since at least the 60s, right? And the barbecue sauce they make from scratch is so, like, it's that perfect blend of like smoky, a little bit hot, like it's a little spicy, but it has that tang that sits on your tongue. Fuck, man. My goal, any city I go to, my goal is always to find a place that is as good as that. And the only one I've ever done, because I went DC, I didn't find anything really that great at DC. LA, I found some good stuff in LA. But for me, the only place that really ever stacked up to Chicken and Mo for me is another small, like, little hole in the wall. Well, two places, but when I was in Minneapolis, if any of my Minneapolis heads out there know Uncle Frankie's, which one day I'm going to make a pilgrimage out there to get back to Uncle Frankie's, because it is one of the fucking best burgers I've ever had in my life. And I would go there when I was in my Game Informer internship, because it was only like, actually another weird, crazy story about my past. First night I was there, not first night, it was first. No, I think it was the first night I was there, because I was staying at an apartment across from a church. I've told the church story before. And I decided to walk. I'm like, okay, you know what? Just look at Google Maps, what food is around here. Burger joint down the street, Uncle Frankie's, good reviews. Let's go. And as I'm walking, I have never seen this happen before or since. And I saw a car crash happen, like a full-on car crash happen. As I was walking across the street, the opposite side, one person wasn't watching, another person was like going full acceleration, T-boned him. Pushed his back half up against a power pole. And the people were okay. Thankfully, I immediately, like, being right there, I was like, oh fuck. And I ran over to the dude, who was, I think, a little bit shell-shocked. It was like a young girl who was freaking out because she had just gotten her car, or like her permit or something. And it was an old guy, like, and it's hard to gauge, like 60s, late 60s, 70s. And he was just pissed in that old guy way, just like, leave me alone. And I was like, okay, well, I want to make sure that you're okay. And he's like, I'm fine. But he kept like clutching his chest. And so, we called EMTs. And as soon as the EMTs get there, I living in a number of urban centers, you kind of get roped into shit sometimes. I have had multiple times where somebody's been like, oh my gosh, hey, can you call the ambulance? Or, oh my gosh, I need you to stay with this person. And it's like, okay, like literally 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, whatever, I had to help a dude dealing with an overdose, or he said he was dealing with an overdose in a like right outside the Spokane Mall at like 10 p.m. And there was nobody else around, and he was like, please, you gotta call the EMTs, you gotta do this. And firefighters came. He was tweaking out. They, when the EMTs or the firefighters, whenever they get there, I say, hey, do you need anything from me? Do you need a story? Do you need a statement? If not, I'm out. Like, that's it. I've done my job. But yeah, anyway, on first time to Uncle Frankie's, like, I saw, like, in slow motion, and like, not slow motion, but like in real time, saw a car crash actually happen, and it's fucking crazy. Was he okay? Yeah, he ended up being fine. I think they got some fluids in him, and I don't know what happened to him after that, but they seem to have it under control. And I'm not qualified to say whether or not that's the case, but it's like, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, Uncle Frankie's. So Uncle Frankie's is it like it's a one room place. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, look at that. Uncle Frankie's Minneapolis. Let's fucking go. Oh, that's the place. My mouth is watering just looking at it. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. All right, let's see. I want to see if I can get maps going. If I can get the... So we're doxing Uncle Frankie's today. Yep, that's the place. So I need to properly convey... Oh, they got the Chicago dog. Like, this is the place. It's a room. It is a singular room, right? Like, that's it. That's it. It is this one room. And this view actually makes it look a lot bigger than it feels. But, like, the other side is... They got some good photographers on this one. I'm not going to lie. The other side of the room, it is just the grill. It's just, yeah, here, you can see. Like, you got this, and then the grill right over here. And you walk in, tell them what you want, slap it on the grill, out in 3 minutes. Best, oh, fuck, man. Oh, so good. And there was also a really good Vietnamese place, like literally kitty corner right behind where I was staying, which I only went there so much because they were really cheap. Like really cheap. And they were really good though. They had like a really good, it wasn't katsu, but it was like a little bone-in beef thing, and bubble tea. And it was funny because they like started to recognize me and recognize my order. But it was one of the first chances, because Minneapolis is a super diverse city. Super diverse city. Which was like a weird shell shock. Not shell shock, that's not the right word. But it's like, here, if anybody's been to Spokane, Spokane is fucking white. Like, white. We are whiter than you imagine. Because it's not just like regular American white people. We have an oddly big like Russian population. And some like Ukrainian, a lot of Eastern Europeans come here. I don't know why. But going to a place like Minneapolis where it's like incredibly diverse, and not just like, okay, oh, there's black people here, like black people, Indians, indigenous folks, Middle Easterners. I ended up like just exploring the neighborhoods. There's like a whole Russian neighborhood. There's a whole like Jewish neighborhood where you go into these stores and it's food that are only available, generally they have to be imported because they're like, they're cultural delicacies. And that's the kind of shit that we have an Asian market here, but like they don't have much of that here. And I love that shit. It's funny because, usually I find that places where like minorities are more comfortable to be around, that's a weird way to phrase it. Minorities are more comfortable being around like white people. They don't play up to like white people or to customers as much. They don't like really try and go out of their way with the customer service. And sometimes I actually appreciate that a little bit more, right? Like, and this goes back to the Vietnamese restaurant because they started recognizing me and they knew my order, but they had no real customer service to speak of. Like they would take my order, they would, smile, they'd say, oh, hey, how are you? But like, they basically would sit in a booth and watch like K-dramas, and take my food, bring my food out. They didn't come over and ask how it was. They just like left me be. And they like, otherwise they were very nice, but it was just this kind of cultural difference that it was like, it felt oddly more homey than a lot of other places that you might go. No, it was a great fucking place. I wish I remembered the name of it. I could probably work my way back from Uncle Frankie's and find it. But yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta go check my phone. And I just got confirmation, everybody. Reminds me of Simric. Thank you for $2. Reminds me of Jalisco's is in San Antonio. Oh, that sounds fucking good. Another thing when I was, and again, whenever I go to cities, this is the kind of food I seek out. Like, I don't want to go generally, mostly because I don't have the money. Like, if I'm traveling, I'm not made of money. But I'm not like, fucking, oh, what's the nice 5-star restaurant around here? It's like, nah. When I was in LA, great example of this, LA has a lot of food trucks. Late at night, I was on Hollywood Boulevard the night after the red carpet premiere and was just chilling, walking around, looking for, I was like, damn, I've been walking all day. I'm kind of hungry. And there were a bunch of food trucks that are like kind of like bougie is a weird thing, because we got 2 food trucks in Spokane. If there's not a convention or gathering, we got 2 food trucks, and they're good, cheap grill food. Ooh, Callie's Vietnamese. That actually sounds really familiar. That would actually track really close, I think. Yeah, let me see if I can find it in maps. That does sound familiar. I believe it is. Yeah, that looks super familiar. Like, it's been, goddamn, it's been almost 10 years. Holy shit. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's Callie's. Good job. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no, food trucks in LA. And they're like weirdly bougie, and I just walked, there's like a noodle truck, and I was like, you know, okay, noodles sound good. I was walking up, I was like, okay, hey, how much for, you know, looking at the menu, noodle bowl with meat, like, you know, something that is maybe $10 at Panda, right? And he was like $18, and I was like, the cost of living in LA is fucked, but I'm like, I'm good. And then, you know what I did? Down the block, Mexican food truck. Always got your back. Always got your back. $8 for a burrito that I couldn't physically finish. Let's fucking go. Love that. Oh, Mexican food trucks. God bless you. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. I have to answer this. It looks like I think I got the condo, y'all. Sorry, my phone was charging, so I didn't get this like fucking 2 hours ago almost. But I'm gonna fucking own my own house, I think. Holy shit, y'all. Thank you, chat. That's fucking totally. Thank you for super chatting $2. Congrats. That is. I don't even know what to like be feeling right now, because I am like I was talking about it the other day of like the idea that I would be able to look into even look into owning my own place is fucking crazy to me. And now it looks like I might have it. It's such a fucking perfect place. It's we got it under offer, it looks like, and I don't even like, I'll be able to have like a studio space, not just a fucking corner of a room. It will be the corner of a room, but it is, I'll be able to actually build like a thank you all so much. Thank you. Holy shit, Lady DeFage. Oh my god, Lady DeFage. Thank you for gifting 20 tier 1 subs. Holy shit. Thank you so much. Salami 42nd. Thank you for 100 bits. Simric, thank you for $16. Congrats. Get some banger burritos for you and your partner. I will. And thank you, Twitch, for another 2 biddies. I don't want. I shouldn't thank Twitch. Well, thank you, Twitch, anyway. I didn't know Twitch could. Sorry, I didn't know Twitch was just real like that. The corner of a larger room. No, it is. It's fucking. Like, I don't want to tell where it is because I want to dox myself, but it is. I cannot explain to you. Like what this, like this is you have those ideas or you have those dreams for a car or a house or whatever it is, and you never think they're going to happen. You never think that you'll be able to actually reach them. That is just always going to be some far off fucking goal. And for me, one very honestly like pretty simple goal is that I just want a condo that was a flat. Like, I just wanted an open concept condo. That was it. And that is this. And I don't even, I don't. Mr. Hot and Teen Guy, give us the addy of the condo. We will come by with food to celebrate. As much as I would love that, I can't because I don't want to get doxxed again. And this is a chance for me to not live at a place that's been doxxed. So thank you, Mr. Oakby, for 2,000 bits. Thank you, Jackie Sins, for $1. Internet etiquette just moved into condo in May. It's still trying to comprehend it. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I don't even know I'm gonna have a place of my own. I'm gonna have a place on my own in a like communal living historic building with like it has like a, not a dog park, but it has like a little dog area in it, and it has a like a patio, a communal patio with like a barbecue, and it's so perfect. And let me answer this text. I'm calling you in the next 2 days. Okay. Give him a phone number and email afterwards. Okay, so we are closing on. Are you fucking kidding me? We're closing on October 30th. Like, I have to fucking figure out how I'm gonna get that in the next week, but yeah, y'all, I don't know what else to even say. Like, have a doggo domain. It's actually going to be funny because another thing I'm super looking forward to is having all hard floors. I've never had hard floors in any place I've lived in. and I've wanted it for so long. And it is a nice, newly refinished floor. It's so... Trump is about to launch on his cryptocurrency now. Oh, we gotta get there. All right, let me fucking... hang on, y'all. I gotta see this. I want, where is... There we go, let's go. Trump. All right, Hassan, don't let me down. Where are we going? Huh, hashtag femboy trending. That's my Twitter algorithm, everybody. Media Breakdown, thank you for $49.99. I know how you talked about luck and why you, but you've put in hard work and put yourself at risk, and you are kind. Enjoy it. Blessings. Thank you. Thank you very much. Live from Mar-a-Lago. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's get it. I will... Okay, no, that's a parody. I'm like, that could be real, though. Yes, please. Please, listen in. Yes, I want to listen in. Cannot join the space since you're already in. Is it, what? Wait, what?
Fairly short period of time, they tracked him down on the highway.
Are they not?
Speed chase.
I thought. Okay, well, I thought we were talking about crypto. There's no crypto here.
Somebody like that out there.
No.
You know, he dropped his gun, the AK-47. He left his gun. He left cameras behind. Left a lot of things behind. So the agent did a fantastic job. The civilian did a phenomenal job.
I'm so confused. Like, what? Somebody said crypto. I was expecting crypto. No, yeah, this platform is doing so rad.
I never knew something like that.
There we go.
existed.
Oh, we're back.
And they pinpointed him on the highway. They got him with a high-speed chase. So they got him. It was amazing. So Secret Service did a great job. And I think I can say honestly, the Sheriff's Office, law enforcement, everybody really did a great job. Very
Incredible.
happy about that.
That's incredible to hear.
Thank you.
Backup question.
Backup question. This is supposed to be a crypto launch? Fucking what? He is justifying Trump coin?
Democracy and all of this. Mm-hmm. And it seems that both of these people were radical lefts. The first one, they should learn more about. They have apps that they haven't opened yet, which is pretty strange. And the father went out and got the biggest lawyer in the state of Pennsylvania, which is pretty strange, about the father of the shooter we're talking about in Butler, the first one. And that's pretty strange. A couple of pretty
I don't like this. I don't like dubstep Trump. Thank you, Toast, for 20. Crypto is even worse than this currency. A central crypto exchange? What? That's the whole... A what? Okay, hang on.
Their lives. And we've actually raised a lot of money for the families and family of Corey and the two gentlemen. And they both lived. They thought they were dead. The first thing I asked when I came up, I said, how many people are dead? Because we had a massive crowd. And with all those bullets flying, so 3 got hit. But there was a great display of bravery. I mean, it was incredible. Normally, the crowd experts will tell you when they hear bullets, and we heard a lot of bullets going off.
Right.
A crowd would. This was a massive crowd. You couldn't even see the end of it in a big field, and that the crowd.
Okay, shut the fuck up with that. Okay, no, that was very funny actually. Let's go.
They hear bullets, but nobody ran.
They all stayed.
You know, tens of thousands of people. Nobody ran. In fact, you can see it in the small group behind me. There was a group of probably a couple of hundred.
Okay, this is just stupid. Whatever. So WLF. Former President Donald Trump on Monday is expected to announce the debut of a new cryptocurrency platform called World Liberty Financial that will be controlled by sons Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. The same dudes, by the way, Donald and Eric, were the people who pushed for J.D. Vance's selection, so they're on a fucking roll here. In recent weeks, the Trumps have been promoting the endeavor, calling it the future of crypto. Trump's 18-year-old son, Barron, a first-year student at New York, is identified as the project's DeFi visionary. Oh my God. A child, literally a child came up with this idea. We're embracing the future with crypto and leaving the slow and outdated big banks behind. He has no idea how cryptocurrency works. He has no idea. Make U.S. the crypto capital of the planet. Does it? CBS News. This venture also raises concerns about how Donald Trump might use federal resources to promote a personal financial project. He would do it. Like he would do it. Like what? What's the debate there? Taking a pro-crypto stance is not necessarily troubling. The troubling aspect is doing it while starting a way to personally benefit from it. Jordan Leibowitz, a spokesperson for the government watchdog group Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics, told the AP. Few details about World Liberty Financial. Crypto exchanges are platforms where investors can buy and sell digital currencies, similar to how a traditional stock exchange. Eric Trump has said the startup will promote financial independence, while Trump Jr. has said it will make finance great again. They, like, the one singular thing they inherited from their father is their adherence to just, like, being walking advertisements for a family brand. A portion of those proceeds will go to a founding team, according to reports citing the white paper. Jesus Christ. 43% of American men ages 18 to 20 say they have invested in, traded, or used cryptocurrency, compared to 16% of the general population. God. Oh. No, you're right, Homelander. He's not really a child. It's just like, I imagine it as he's 18, but he's been trying to get this idea going for, like, years. He calls a crypto army. Wow. Wow. Launch his son's crypto business. I'm kind of stunned how stupid of an idea this is right now. That's fucking nuts. Oh my god, that's fucking... No, they're gonna get, like, hey, I've said it before, but like if you invest in crypto, you kind of like play stupid games, win stupid prizes, but like the idea of Trumpers doing it, fucking crazy, dude. Fucking crazy. All right, Hassan is the only person streaming on my thing right now, so I don't really have anybody to raid, but I do have to get going. I just wanted to do a little chill stream. I did not expect that. I guess I'll be moving soon. It looks like. So, stay tuned. Holy fuck. Thank you all for everything, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.